Going into the 2023 season, I decided to predict the most potent bats in the Blue Jays lineup, but not in the way you were thinking. You see, for each prediction, I have a historic comparison to show what I believe to be the optimistic, realistic, and pessimistic forecasts for each player in the more prominent stats, those being home runs, average, OBP, slugging, OPS, and O-WAR. And in this video, we'll be focusing on Matt Chapman. My optimistic prediction is Ian Kinsler's 2011 season, where he hit 32 home runs, had a .255 average, an OBP of .355, and a slugging of .477 for an OPS of .832 and an O-WAR of 5.2. Chapman is entering the most pivotal part of his career. He's going to be 30 after the season, and he will be entering the offseason as a free agent for the first time. Any team looking to upgrade massively on the defensive side will shell out a lot of money this offseason in order to sign him. The only variable is what he does with the bat during the 2023 season that will dictate just how much he will be given during free agency. Chapman has proven himself as a heavy hitter throughout his career, but the past couple of seasons his offensive numbers have taken quite a dip. Heading into the 2023 season with the recent departures of Teoscar and Lourdes, Chapman will need to step up in their absences, not only to help the Jays in their quest for a World Series title, but to help himself secure a big money contract for next season. Moving on to my realistic prediction, it is Ian Happ's 2021 season. In 2021, Happ produced a stat line of 25 home runs, a .226 average, a .323 OBP, and a .434 slugging, for a .757 OPS and a .2.0 WAR. These stats are very similar to what Chapman posted this past year. Chapman had 27 home runs, hit .229, had an OBP of .324, and a slugging of .433 for the exact same OPS of .757. Although it may look a bit underwhelming to the naked eye, there are some deep-lying stats from Chapman this past season that should get you excited for what he can do in 2023. Chapman was in the 87th percentile for max exit velocity, 97th percentile for hard hit percentage, 93rd percentile in average exit velocity, 88th percentile in barrel percentage, and an elite chase rate in the 98th percentile. With underlying stats like these, it is surprising to see Chapman's slash line look so mediocre. When comparing Chapman's 2022 stats to 2018 and 19, when he produced his two best offensive seasons, you can tell it's not drastically different. However, his OPS in the 18 and 19 seasons were in the mid to high 800s, and this season, it was only 757, which gives all the more reason to believe that Chapman can build off of his first season with the Jays. Not to mention, Rogers Center is only getting more batter friendly. And lastly, my pessimistic prediction, which is Todd Frazier's 2018 season, where he hit 18 home runs, had a .213 average, a .303 OBP, and a .390 slugging for an OPS of .693 and an O-WAR of 1.6. Just thinking about Chapman producing these numbers this season, with the absences of Teo and Lourdes, truly sickens me. It's just sad that it could very well end up happening. Just take a look at his monthly splits from the 2022 season. 3 out of the 6 months, Chapman produced an OPS below 685, with his worst month coming in May. During that stretch, Chapman had a .179 average, a .286 OBP, and a .286 slugging for a measly .571 OPS. In the other 3 months, Chapman produced a mediocre .712 OPS in April, a solid .851 OPS in June, and a mammoth .1,095 OPS in July. This is why out of all the players in this series, Chapman was one of the hardest to predict. On one hand, I can see him explode for 35 homers and an OPS of around 830, but on the other, a .220 average with an OPS around 700 and more than a strikeout per game is very possible. One final thing to know before I finish off this video is that we need Chapman's bat in that 4 to 6 spot more than ever in this upcoming year. If you were able to make it all the way to the end of the video, thank you so much. This is just part 2 of an 8-part series where I'll be giving outlooks on the more prominent bats in the Blue Jays lineup, which includes Bichette, Springer, Varsho, Belt, Jano, and Kirk. If you like this video and are interested in seeing all of my future content, please subscribe, like, or comment. I'm a small creator, but I have a lot of love for the game of baseball, and I enjoy making videos like these so I can interact with other like-minded people. I want to build a baseball-loving community here, and I hope you'll stick around for the long run of this channel.